Hey guys, it's good to be back here and it's good that you are here. And without further ado, let's get started with today's video. A week ago, one of my friends, I would say this, like my real estate friends, came to me and told me, Dan, you're not gonna believe this, but I am going to do my first real estate deal. Of course, my reaction was, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Tell me about it, or tell me why you're messaging me, because if he's messaging me, probably he needs some sort of assistance. Well, he told me, here's the address, let me know what you think. And he gave me the address. Now, it's not in the city I work in, it's in Indiana. And I work in Milwaukee, North Carolina, so I don't really have a team there or anything like that, and I don't really know the neighborhoods. But I thought I might take a look, and I took a look at the address, and I saw that it's an off-market deal. So in that address, there are no pictures and basically no information because the property is off-market. I asked him, do you have any more information you can share with me? Because just the address is not enough in order for me to understand if it's a good deal for you or not. Pictures and stuff like that. And he told me he's very busy and if I could just take a look and let him know what I think. So I contacted one of my friends that works in Indiana and has great business over there and is doing very successfully actually. And I asked him, hey, would you mind take a look at this address for me? Like it's one of my real estate colleagues or young real estate entrepreneurs that trying to make their first deal. Can you take a look at it? And we took a look and we saw that houses around that block, around that neighborhood, are selling for around $200,000 that are similar to this specific property from the information we had. I got back to him and I told him, because you just sent me the address and not any other information, you're probably just looking to hear my opinion about the ARV. So here's my opinion about the ARV. It seems like it can sell for around $200,000, but I don't know how the property looks from the inside. I don't know his current condition, etc., etc. How much do you think the repair is going to be? Because you're about to buy it, right? How much do you think the repair cost is going to be? And he told me, well, it's maximum $25K. Yeah? Yeah, $25K. And I told him, what do you base that opinion on? Like, why do you think it's maximum 25K? Like US dollars, right? 25,000 US dollars. And he told me, well, because that guy told me so. And by that guy, I don't want to give names or anything like that, but by that guy, it's the guy that sells him the deal. All right, the guy that sourced the deal for him and is trying to sell this deal for him. And then I was like, hey, stop. All right, stop. Who was in the property for you other than that guy? Anyone else? And he told me, well, that guy brought his contractor and they did a walkthrough together. And that's why they told me like it's maximum $25,000. And I told him, it's great that you had them walking in the property for you, but hey, you need more people. You cannot base any purchase just on one guy. And that's when I realized, hey, we gotta make it clear for you guys. Like, people need to understand when you purchase a property, it doesn't matter if it's with my company or any company out there, or if you do that by yourself with a realtor, it doesn't matter. There are three numbers you got to verify before you purchase a property. And here are the numbers, and I'll put them here. The first number is ARV, after repair value, how much we believe the property will be worth after we finish repairing and fixing it. The second one is the repair cost, how much it's gonna cost us to repair the property. And the third one is the rent, how much we believe we can rent this property for. Each and every one of these numbers is crucial for your business plan And these are basically the only numbers you really need to verify. It's just a game of three numbers, very simple, but most of people get it wrong. How do you verify those? Well, you verify those with three different people. Don't take the word of one source. You need three different sources that are qualified to answer these questions. For example, the ARV in that particular case, when he asks me, you remember he sent me the address because he wanted to know what is the ARV, right? When he asked me about that, I'm not a qualified person to answer because I don't buy in Indiana. I don't know anything about that market. I'm not a qualified person. So asking me is not considered as verifying with three different sources. So who could have asked? Well, investors that works in that area, maybe realtors that sells properties in that particular block or neighborhood. Appraisals, people like that. These are great people to ask. Fantastic. Once we did it, fantastic. We can move on to the next number, repair cost. Well, he had an estimation for a repair because he saw the pictures. Okay, that's his first deal. I wouldn't count on his words, or his thoughts because it's just his first deal. He haven't done any deal over there. And it's okay. I mean, you have to gather this knowledge and experience in order to be able to tell the numbers correctly, etc. So he's not a qualified, number in our repair cost, a qualified verification way, all right? But the other guy have done many deals, and I believe his judgment is something we can actually consider. And that guy's saying $25,000. Great, we have one person tells us the repair estimation. Now we need another two. And in order to make the best repair estimation, what you need to bring to that property is an inspector. You need to do an inspection, or you don't need, but you probably want to, right? It should be a high priority for you because you're gonna spend multiple thousands of dollars on a real estate property. You better, before you spend all that money and invest all that money, I should say, before you invest all that money, bring an investor. It's gonna cost you a couple $100, maybe $600, $700 maximum in most of the US. Most of the time it's less. Before you spend $60K, $100K, $200,000, well, bring an inspector to make an inspection for you. It might, in the worst case, just be an expense without buying the properties because the inspector told you, well, this house is rotten, or this house is burned, or the attic is wrong, or there is a problem in the foundation. Okay, he might say you that, but those $600 just saved you a $100,000 investment. So they worth it in that case. And in the other case, when the inspector tells you everything is okay, well, that's fantastic. It's just part of your closing cost or due diligence cost, and it's okay. The deal eats it up. So it's a wise money to invest before you invest the big money, the big dollars. So you bring in an inspector, and then you get the report. And with that report, you can go to different contractors to get more quotes, more repair estimations. 3 people, that's what you need. 3 contractors that give you repair estimation. And I go in a lot of details, a lot more details in my SOP, which you can get probably in one of the links. If you will dig deeper in my website, you will find it. And also in my mentorship program, like what type of contractors, what we need to verify with those contractors before, right? All this type of stuff. I'm not gonna get into that, but keep in mind, when you're talking with a contractor, you need to know that they are qualified, right? That you can consider them as a verification for this important number. And for the third number, I think it's easier, but not that, insane. You need to verify the rent, what the rent is gonna be like. And just like the ARV, where you can talk with real people in order to understand that number, you can do that as well with rent. You can go to property managers and ask them, how much do you think we can rent this property for? And they can walk through the property. They can give you also maybe a renovation plan or a renovation estimation, by the way, and also give you a good rent estimation if they're working in this area. But you don't have to take only their word. You can also go to online tools and find out the rent estimation in that particular area. You can do the same with the ARV, and there are a bunch of tools. I will link in the description one utility I think is really nice, but I wouldn't take it, as the best of the best. But one utility that called Deal Check, and it's a great platform, and I will give you a link in the description. I think it's really it's something you should consider. Okay, at least consider. So these are the three numbers, and once you verify them, you can plug them in your business plan, and basically you're ready, you're good to go. But without verification of these numbers, you're walking in the dark. What would you expect? What are you planning to do? You're planning to invest your money in a real estate transaction. You take just one guy word for it, and you've never been in a property yourself? Like, what is going on? I understand that it's thrilling, and some opportunities might feel like, out of this world, stuff that, I cannot wait, but come on, guys, come on, verify your numbers, do your due diligence. I'm not saying don't invest. Oh, if you know me, I want you to invest. You need to invest. I think invest, but wisely. Wisely. Invest, but do your due diligence and invest. Right? Don't be afraid of investment. Don't take it to the other side of the board, right? Because we're never gonna know what's gonna happen in the future. The future is unknown. Like the appreciation could have been. Have you noticed that I haven't talked about appreciation? Because this is speculation. Like last 2 years in Milwaukee, it's been a blasting, the 2 figures appreciation per year, but maybe next year it's going to be minus. We cannot know, right? So appreciation is speculation. It's not a number. One of the 3 numbers, it's not one. I don't care about this in my business plan, right? Maybe I can plug, 3% appreciate, whatever. But I don't really need that, especially when we're talking about single family homes and duplexes. When you're talking about the bigger deals like multifamily, commercial real estate, yeah, definitely appreciation. But in those small deals, and don't take it for granted, they are not small for you, right? Sometimes it's the biggest investment you ever done up until this point, but relatively to millions of dollars, they are smaller. So on those bigger, huge transaction, appreciation is a big number. But in a smaller transaction, I don't think it makes that big of a difference for you right now. 3 numbers, that's it. 3 numbers, that's it. But don't forget them. 3 numbers, 3 people. That's it for each number. So it's 9 people. Okay? I hope I didn't make your, brain spin too much. I think it's obvious. Or at least it was obvious for me. And that's why I felt the urge to tell this for you guys as well. If you feel the love right now in your heart, feel free to share your love. I love when you share your love. I love reading your comments, the likes, the subscriptions, all of that really warms my heart. And if you feel that, feel free to share it. And that's it, you guys. That's it for today. This online stuff you can find down below, probably links. And as I told you, I will put Deal Check over there, and also my blog, which is completely free for you. You can get it to your inbox, and you can read a lot of the stuff I share with you guys. And there are so many stuff on the road that are jumping, and I'm recording myself just for you, and you will find them only in the blog, not here on this YouTube channel. So I hope you will check that out as well. And what can I say, guys? I mean, this one really caught me, like this. And I felt like, I gotta talk to you. But other than that, I feel like this market is super interesting to be active in right now. If you are hesitant, I understand that. Be on the safe side, take cushions. If a contractor tells you 25K repair estimation, well, write down 30, okay? Because put that buffer. If you think the ARV is 200,000, well, write down 190. It's okay. Maybe you will be surprised for the best, but it's better not to be surprised for the worst, right? So put the worst numbers over there in your business plan. Conservative, always. If you have any questions, come on, that's the time, right now. Bye-bye.